What are the different ways that businesses can find startup funds? So many businesses are looking for money, or even you have an idea and you have this great business venture that you want to do, but you just don't have the money. Well, there are so many different ways for you to fund your business, some ways that you haven't even thought of. I am a successful entrepreneur, and I'm going to share with you all the secrets to get the funds that you need for your business. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Let's get right into it. This video is actually sponsored by 𝗏𝐻𝐻. Noel Randall has partnered with 𝗏𝐻𝐻 Capital, and they are an amazing company that has been helping me and my students get the business funding that they need. Now, 𝗏𝐻𝐻 does not usually work with startups. However, if you have a business and it already is established, just go to noelrandall.com/𝗏𝐻𝐻. It will not affect your credit. All you have to do is just fill out the application and they will let you know what options are available. I'm gonna get into so many different ways in this video, but just know that 𝗏𝐻𝐻 Capital is amazing, and you can go there right now by going to noelrandall.com/𝗏𝐻𝐻. So you may have a business and you may be thinking that getting business funding is incredibly hard, but it really is not. There is more funding than ever before for businesses. Most businesses just don't know how to access those funds. So let's talk about some ways that a startup, a new business that is less than 2 years old, how you can get funding for that business. The first way may be with your personal savings. I know you probably already knew that you could take your own money and fund your business, but I'm going to tell you that this is actually not a bad thing. Once you start getting the business established and you are making money with the business, in many cases, you can transfer your personal debt onto the business. I did this myself. I'll share with you a little bit later exactly how I did that, but just know that you investing in your business is okay. In many cases, you can get business funds like a business loan, a business line of credit, or a business credit card, and you can transfer the debt like from your personal credit cards onto the business credit card once you get the business established. And in many cases, this will be the easiest way to fund your business and get it started. Many entrepreneurs use their own personal credit cards to fund their business. Now, your personal credit was never designed for you to fund a business. So this is not going to be your long-term strategy. It will be just how you get the business going so that you actually have a business to get funded. I will explain that in a second. In most cases, you are not going to be able to access business funding through a lender unless you actually have a business. Let me tell you that part. In order to get business funding through a lender, even a traditional lender like Chase Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, or Bank of America, you are going to need your business registered with the Secretary of State, either an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, or you're going to need a corporation, again, an S Corp or a C Corp. This is a simple thing that you can get. In many cases, it costs just $100 or a couple $100 to get this business registration, but you want to do this because it is very easy to do, and it will give your business credibility that you are an actual business that, is registered with the Secretary of State. The next thing that you want to do is make sure you have an EIN. You can get this absolutely free by going to irs.gov. I'm going to put a little screenshot right here. This is absolutely free. Do not pay anyone for your EIN. You can do this, and this will be a great way for you to start applying for business funds using your EIN. Obviously, if you don't have an EIN, you can't apply for business funds with an EIN, so go ahead and get that. The next thing that you're going to need is a professional website, a professional phone number, and a professional email. This is just what you want to do so that your business is credible, so that people can find you online. Again, most of your lenders, like the Chase banks, the Wells Fargo, the Bank of America, they're going to just check to make sure that your business is registered with the Secretary of State, that the EIN is valid, and they're going to want to make sure that you have a website and a phone number and those things. And in many cases, this will open up the door for you to get at least $50,000, even with a new LLC, especially if you have good personal credit. I literally have an entire video I'm going to link right here. There are 5 lenders, and I actually give you 6 in that video that will lend you at least $50,000, or I should say up to $50,000 with a new LLC, and they will not ask you for your tax returns, your pay stubs, or any income documentation. You literally can just state your income, and in many cases, projected income is okay. Now, again, you can do this, and this is a great way to get funds for your business, but you do actually have to have the business, not just a startup idea. You actually have to register the business. Let me keep going because I have some amazing ways that most people are not even talking about. Are you getting a lot of value from this video? Did you know that only 36% of all of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel? Please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel right now so that you can help me grow. The more subscribers that I have, the more teams that I can hire to do this great research, and the more great talent that I can attract to this channel to give you all of this great information. The bigger the channel, the more information they are willing to share with me, and I can pass that information right to you. Help me help you by subscribing to this channel, and my goal is to get to 50% of my viewers being subscribed to my channel, so please go ahead, subscribe right now. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is this amazing way that you can actually start raising money for your business, and this is completely legal and ethical, but it is a very new thing. Most entrepreneurs and startups don't know that you literally can crowdfund your way to a business. Now, I'm not talking about a GoFundMe where you're asking for money to help you pay for X, Y, and Z. I am talking about a real crowdfund governed and regulated through the Securities and Exchange Commission. You literally can go to different websites. And of course, if you need help with this, I can help you get a crowdfund. Just go to noelrandall.com/invest. We have a crowdfund for real estate, and I also help other entrepreneurs create crowdfunds for their businesses. And you can raise up to $5 million per year from unaccredited investors. And they can give you $100, $250. You can raise $500,000, $250,000, whatever you need. Let me explain. In 2012, there was an act called the Jobs Act, which stands for JOBS, Jumpstart Our Businesses and Startups, which allowed businesses and startups to actually raise money and solicit money to, from people that they did not know. Prior to 2012, you could not raise money from people you did not know. So you couldn't just ask people on your social media. You couldn't just send out a blast email saying, hey, I'm looking to raise money for my company and I'm willing to trade you X, Y, and Z equity for it. This was not allowed. However, with the Jobs Act of 2012, it opened up a whole new gate of funds for you. As an entrepreneur, as a startup, even just having a business idea, you can get your own crowdfund and you can raise up to $5 million per year. I successfully did a crowdfund raise in 2022. I completed it and I raised over $1 million for my business, and we still have that business going. It's called Nurez, N-U-U-R-E-Z. This is a company that is still going, and I use crowdfund to do this. Well, guess what? The max back then when I did it was $1,070,000 per year that you could raise from unaccredited investors. But now the law was changed. You can raise up to $5 million every single year from unaccredited investors. And we have so many more businesses that have the capital that they need, and they are flourishing because they have more capital, and other people can invest just a little bit of money into your business. They don't have to invest $50,000 and $100,000 in order to have equity in lots of different businesses. Crowdfunding has been an amazing way for entrepreneurs, even women entrepreneurs, people of color, veterans, and so many other underrepresented entrepreneurs to get access to the funds they need simply by soliciting and advertising for people to invest in your crowdfund. It is amazing. And again, if you need help with your crowdfund, you can go to noelrandall.com/invest and let me know if you are interested, and we can help you get your own crowdfund. Now, again, there will be some upstart costs, but you can even recoup those costs back when you start raising money. It is an amazing opportunity. More people should know about it, and more people should be doing crowdfunding. And this is a great way for new entrepreneurs to raise money for their businesses. Grants. Grants are another amazing thing that you can do where you don't even have to repay the money. As I mentioned before, you can get business credit and get business funding and borrow money, or you could do crowdfunding, but you would be giving away equity in your business or trading something in your business. But guess what? Grants mean that is just money from different entities, whether it be government grants or nonprofits or not-for-profits designed to give money to underrepresented entrepreneurs. There are a couple of groups that I am aware of, and there's a great grant right now with Hello Alice, spelled HELLOALICE.com. And again, I will put a link to that in the description box. Hello Alice has many grants every single month. They are sending out different grants that they have for different entrepreneurs, mostly entrepreneurs that are earning less than $1 million per year. And again, these are grants that you do not have to repay and that you can get in your bank account in sometimes less than 60 days. You will have those funds. Another grant that you can get that me and my students have been accessing is ACCION, ACCION Fund, FUND.org. I actually think for the grants is AOFund.com or .org. Again, I will put a link in the description box for you. They have grants again every single month. Right now, they have a $10,000 grant that they are giving out to multiple lots, hundreds, if not thousands of entrepreneurs because they have millions of dollars that they will be giving out in grants to entrepreneurs. These are amazing opportunities for you to get the funding that you need for your business to take it to the next level. And again, with grants, you do not have to repay them. They just need to make sure you're using them for business funding purposes, and that you're going to use that to grow your business, not pay your personal bills. Business funding. Business funding is an amazing way for you to start getting funds for your business. As I mentioned before, I got business funding. I have business loans. I have business lines of credit. I have business credit cards. And me and my students have been getting all of the funding that we need for our business. And in many cases, by doing this, by building business credit. If you have good personal credit, you can get business credit and business funding even faster. Literally, there are 5 banks that you can walk into right now and get $50,000 for your business with a new LLC. Again, I'm going to put a link to that video again. Again, that's a video that I made called 5 lenders that will lend a new LLC $50,000. If you have not watched that video on YouTube, it has over 100,000 views. I have so many people that have been taking advantage of that. Please watch that video and go get that money from those lenders because it is available to you. If you need funding right now, there are so many options, and I want you to go to noelrandall.com/big-think. Big Think Capital is an amazing partnership. They have so many lenders that are lending to new businesses, older businesses. They have many different types of loans. They have loans, credit cards, lines of credits. They have SBA loans. They have so many different funding options, and they can help you today. You can go to noelrandall.com/big-think and fill out the application right there. It's really simple and easy, and there is no impact to your credit when you fill out that form. Go there right now so that you can get access to all the funding that you need. Again, that's noelrandall.com/big-think. Noelle Randall, Noelle, Randall, RANDALL.com/big-think, BIGTHINK. That is it. noelrandall.com/big-think. Go there right now and get the funding that you need. I just want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.